This woman collapses and faints whenever rainwater touches her skin, even with an umbrella for protection. That's why on rainy days, she stays home drinking and spends all night peering through her window at the house across the street until dawn breaks. The woman is a renowned painter. One morning, she notices new neighbors have moved in across the street. The neighbor's little girl wheels a cart to her doorstep selling chocolate bars. Looking at this child who's about the same age as her daughter, her maternal instincts kick in and she buys all the chocolate bars in one go. Later, when the woman needs to meet friends, she repeatedly tells her daughter to behave while home alone. But her daughter completely ignores her. That's when reality hits her. Her daughter was murdered 3 years ago. Thinking about the chocolate-selling girl from next door, she feels an unexpected tenderness and prepares a pot of chicken soup to bring over.
Halfway across the street, Ryan suddenly pours down.
Drenched by the rainwater, the woman freezes, faints, and collapses. Fortunately, the male neighbor witnesses this and quickly carries her home. This brief encounter sparks feelings in the woman toward the neighbor. That night, she enjoys a rare peaceful sleep, completely unaware of a mysterious shadow passing through her attic. The woman's husband is a forensic psychiatrist who studies the psychological profiles of serial killers. One day, he brings their daughter to the prison. Inside a room is a man who has murdered at least 30 people. Just as the husband begins his assessment, the warden urgently summons him. They leave, shutting the iron door behind them, accidentally locking the daughter inside with the man.
The little girl is left alone with the infamous Mike the Killer.
3 years have passed, and the woman still can't accept her daughter's murder. She's frequently anxious, paranoid, and restless. She even shows up at school in her pajamas to pick up her deceased daughter. These bizarre behaviors draw strange looks from neighbors and eventually drive her husband away. Since then, she's developed a drinking habit because alcohol numbs her pain and helps her forget the past. So when the neighbor rescues her, the woman feels a ray of hope breaking through her darkness. The next day, the woman plans to express her feelings to the neighborman. Just then, a glamorously dressed flight attendant arrives at his house with a suitcase. When he opens the door and embraces the flight attendant, the woman realizes this is his wife. Feeling dejected, the woman heads to the supermarket and buys 30 bottles of Lafite 1981. On her way home, she spots the flight attendant throwing away the gifts she had given to the little girl. Consumed with rage, she loses control and crashes her car into the woman. The flight attendant dies instantly. When the woman regains consciousness, she realizes killing the flight attendant was just her imagination. From that moment on, the woman obsessively watches the flight attendant from her window. Until one night, she suddenly witnesses the flight attendant arguing with someone. Then a knife plunges directly into the flight attendant's neck. Terrified, the woman immediately calls the police. After making the call, concerned for the little girl's safety, she rushes out despite the heavy rain. Inevitably, her condition flares up again, and she collapses in the rain, unconscious. Due to copyright restrictions, this movie can only be shown up to this point. The film is titled The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.